thing. I know that shit hurt too. Hit you right in the middle of the knee.
Yep.
He said,
"Oh, this funny. It ain't that funny."
There ain't funny about it. Let me pull it up. Should I wear my glasses? I don't think so.
Let's give it up for Day Hair though.
Nah. Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is sabriyahnettles.
Y'all know who it is.
You say you know who the fuck it be?
It's
kinda, we kind of like matching a little bit. You weren't brown and
right. And this was
did that shit come together?
No.
Oh,
I mean yes, it does. This is not separate.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say.
I said, yeah, I got a little money. I
said
bought it separate.
All right. I said, are you sure that's going to happen?
No.
I said,
exposed. Rip my clothes in half.
Okay, y'all. So we're here to react to something I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
I seen it on YouTube. Well, I didn't watch it, but I just seen like the thumbnail. And I said, hold on, wait a minute, because the sad decay of a rap legend.
And
Nicki
it's Nicki
Minaj.
Minaj.
Now, I completely was like, Nicki Minaj fell off. Like, I didn't know that at all. Like, I didn't get that memo. I feel like she was doing pretty good, and she has been doing good. And she dropped a good album, like, not too long ago. So, I'm not understanding. Maybe some other stuff, because you know how some people be really like... What the fuck was that?
Sorry.
I said, huh?
It's one of her songs from now.
Oh, okay. I didn't listen to that whole album, but I know some songs on it. I don't know, probably like two. Okay, well, we're not gonna knock over that. You just everything come falling down. I said, oh. I mean, I don't know. She fell off. This thumbnail is kind of crazy, but I'm ready to get into it. Make sure you subscribe, but don't be just sitting here watching us reaction and you're not subscribed, because
now I was a hardcore Barb, but now I would say I'm just a fan. And I'm sure they'll get into that as to why, and then we'll
because these people be having the information. He be having the information, so I'm not gonna. And I know
all the tea inside out.
Yeah, I don't be knowing nothing. Like,
so we have to fill her in.
Yeah, you gotta fill me in.
And if there's any discrepancies, I will know.
You said absolutely fucking not. You said I don't fucking agree, bitch. Okay, let's get into her.
There is no debate.
Sad
Nicki Minaj is a living legend in rap.
Right.
She has over 100 million records sold, 23 top 10 Billboard Hot 100 singles,
who else you know sold a
singles,
milli off
3
a
number 1
mixtape?
albums,
Okay,
148 Billboard Hot 1 entries, making her the
valid.
number 5
Taylor
of all
Swift.
time.
Yeah, that's
9
pretty
American Music
valid.
Awards, 12 BET Awards, 8 MTV Video Music
He
Awards,
said eating,
4 Billboard Music
eating.
Awards, 4 People's Choice Awards,
Okay, and
10
she
Grammy
fell off how?
nominations. Do I really need to keep going because her list of accolades is long? If Nicki Minaj quietly bowed out of the spotlight, we would all hold her in high regard
That was
as
last
one of
year,
the
and that was
most
so
dominant
iconic.
and well-respected female artists of all time.
Exactly, a legend.
But she ruined that. Her
Oh!
continuous self-sabotage,
Just-
close association with sexual
Oh,
predators, and
come
patterns
on.
of embarrassing behavior has led to
And
even
now
the
we're getting
most
into it.
diehard fans questioning the rapper's legacy. Once we dive into her history, you will
It's
start
just
to wonder
social
if
media
she is
kind of
trying
ruins a
to
lot of
destroy
people.
her reputation
Like, they
on
just be too
purpose,
much.
because her words and
It's
actions will
really-
leave any
it's
sane
It's too much of a
Yeah.
drug for some
dumbfounded.
people. Like,
If
you could be a
you're-
legend
I don't
and
even
then...
say it's
Hey,
that. I feel like
started
it's too
in
much information
2017.
out there. It's
When
too many
one
ways for
rapper
people to
exposed
express
No,
themselves.
but it's also,
the
yeah, it's
tide
like
began
these
shifting
celebrities, they want to be on
against
social
Minaj.
media and
For
they
7 years
just
in a
run
row,
their mouth
2010 to
into
2016,
becoming...
won the BET
Huh?
Award
Until it's
for
too late?
Best
Yeah, it's
Female
too
Hip-Hop
late. They say
Artist.
too much.
It's almost like she was the only female rapper. Obviously she wasn't, but
for a
to
time,
hip-hop
yeah.
fans it kind of felt like that. Now sure, over the years she had some beef with other female artists, like Lil Kim, Mariah Carey, Iggy
Remy
Azalea,
Ma.
and even Miley Cyrus.
That's why she said that Iggy bar. Remember we was talking about...
I forgot
Remember
that
we was
even
talking about
happened.
Iggy? Remember we was like, why she say Iggy? Why she do a stray at Iggy? And that's
Yeah.
what she say? What was that? What song was that? Was that High Heels on My Tippies? Is that the song?
Yeah.
Why
Bitch,
she still?
I'm that Iggy.
Oh.
I said I would never. But here's the thing, right? The fact that he didn't mention Remy Ma, that's how I
Right.
know. There's gonna be some things in here that he's
like
not
that.
gonna know, and that he's not gonna know the full details.
But
of.
Remy
to,
Ma-
to mention Iggy
That
and Miley
beef with
Cyrus,
Remy,
but not Remy
They
Ma.
doing too much over there. Stepping in slamming shit around.
That Miley Cyrus thing wasn't even that big of a deal.
It wasn't.
Remy Ma was the biggest.
Yeah, that's I'm like that was a big
so.
thing. So, and that was pretty public. Like everybody knew about that. So why he didn't mention? Maybe he might come back and like in the biggest one. Maybe he'll do like in the biggest one, Remy Ma.
I feel like the general public don't know who Remy Ma is. That's why he didn't mention Remy Ma.
They always playing with this under this
girl, and they be messing with stuff up.
Like, why are you playing? What's under here?
I think he didn't mention Remy Ma because not everyone knows that it is. So
yes, they do.
No,
well, not a lot of people, but I mean, it was a big beef. If they're Nicki Minaj fans, they should know.
True.
All right, let's get back into it. Said, "Money, what's good?"
That had a lot to say about me the other day in the press. Miley, what's good?
But none of these feuds had any real negative impact on Nicki's career, especially when you compare that to Remy.
Yeah, I said we just had
Remy.
This is a terrible picture of Remy Ma. Come on now.
She got many good ones.
She's
this way.
She's in 2007. She left behind massive shoes in the female rap scene that Nicki arguably filled.
What type of mother leave her one son?
Throughout the next couple of years, being dubbed the Queen of Rap, among other illustrious titles. When Remy was released from prison in 2014, the female rap scene had changed drastically, and she was nowhere near as relevant in the eyes of music listeners. But Remy still gave Minaj her props.
What I can say is that she's a wonderful woman, and she's on the same page with me. Like that, there's no need to try to tear somebody down. I can say what I said. No, I let her know that I'm super proud of her.
Despite her being cordial, Remy likely felt hungry to take back the Queen of Hip-Hop crown. And what's a better way to show that she is a more skilled rapper than Nicki than remixing her songs? She released freestyles to Minaj's Only and Truffle Butter. On Truffle Butter, many suspected she took subliminal shots at Nicki. People keep saying, Rem, you need to drop a record. I'm like, in a minute, let me body this record. Yeah, for the millions, I will kill these pop hoes. Even though it seemed like a feud might be brewing, Remy continued voicing her support for Nicki and vice versa, with Nicki hinting at a potential
That's just because she was just being a rapper.
Remy continued releasing music seemingly filled with subliminal disses towards Nicki for 2 years, and eventually Nicki took the bait. On Jason Derulo's
2 years,
single,
mind
Voila,
you. She let her go with this shit for 2 years.
2 years.
Now your time's up.
Bless her heart, she's throwing shots,
but every line sucks.
2 days later, Nicki was featured on Gucci Mane's Make Love, where she took even more shots aimed at
and this
Remy.
was brutal.
Oh, you the queen of this here? 1 platinum plaque, album flopped. Where? This was clearly aimed at Remy, who consistently called herself the queen of NYC. But Remy comes from a class of hip-hop MCs that don't take disses lightly, so she clapped back at Nicki with a full-fledged cutthroat diss track. Sheether was Remy's 2017
Come on now,
I'm not gonna lie.
Remy was literally like egging her on.
That's what I'm saying. She just kept dropping that.
Bitch, how the fuck you gonna say something?
Remy delivered a barrage of scathing insults and criticisms aimed at Nicki, attacking everything from her appearance to her credibility as an artist. She claims that Nicki had sex with Lil Wayne, Drake, Trey Songz, Ebro, Gucci Mane. She claims that Nicki's butt implants popped, which led to a downfall in her and Meek Mill's relationship. She also said that Nicki was influencing girls to get BBL surgeries, which have resulted in numerous deaths while under the knife. She claimed that Nicki uses ghostwriters and even hard drugs. She also criticized Nicki about her support for her brother, who is
she know all this? God damn!
At this point in her career, Nicki seemed invincible, and she had never been directly attacked at this magnitude by another female rapper. People impatiently awaited to hear Nicki's response, with many thinking it would be one of the greatest diss tracks of all time.
That's kind of muffled.
She chose.
That's what I said.
Barely responded. Trying to act unimpressed by the response, Nicki took to Instagram and posted a now-deleted screenshot of an article
all the way up
Remy Ma's album opening week sales, which is the stereotypical response for a more popular rapper to brag about sales numbers while avoiding the serious accusations. She also posted audio of Beyonce referencing her as a rap queen.
I met this girl named Nicki, I guess you could say she was the rap queen.
Remy then appeared on the Wendy Williams show where she discussed why she dissed
It's her just like she had a funeral.
She dressed in all black, implying that her outfit was funeral attire for Nicki. It took Minaj 2 weeks to respond with a record called No Frauds. Plastic surgery, using ghostwriters, and a plethora of
Sinead, you a fraud committing perjury.
Her response was basically, I know you are, but what am I? Despite Nicki's cult-like fan base supporting her, the industry essentially declared Remy the winner, as she dethroned Nicki's 7-year run as the best female hip-hop artist at the
7 years, and she got only 1 out of 7. And then she won more after she left.
Pads in your bras. Y'all some liars.
I'm sorry, she didn't eat that though.
And yeah, that crown is coming back to the Bronx.
Minaj has won this award for
I know Nicki
ever
Minaj was like,
since. Those who saw Minaj as the epitome of female rap just witnessed her get embarrassed and disrespected. She failed to address the onslaught of Remy's attacks and just continued to flex her wealth and sales numbers. Many thought because Nicki avoided the allegations, they must be true. But it's possible that this beef was just strictly entertainment and Nicki tucked her tail and took the L because she knew she was the weaker MC. Plus,
which is not true.
I was like, weaker? I don't know about
none of that. That's what I'm saying. He don't really know what the fuck he's talking
about. There was a new poppin' female rapper from New York called Cardi B.
Now, why did
she
her
had
lashes
no
like
intentions
that?
on balancing
sometimes my lashes be like that when I put them on.
From today's
I'd
sponsor,
be like, they'd be like,
Underdog.
up,
Underdog
and I'd be
is
like,
the
God
easiest
damn
way
it,
to
when I
play
take a picture, I'm like,
sports.
fuck.
It's not just basketball. You can play under.
Yeah, we don't give a fuck.
I said, because this has nothing to do with me.
Jump scare.
He said,
so rep your team and make your own picks with Underdog. From the
member.
moment she stepped into the spotlight, Cardi aligned herself with Lil Kim and Remy Ma, Nicki's biggest enemies. Remy even brought out Cardi at Summer Jam 2017, where Remy's whole performance was dedicated to dissing Nicki Minaj. Therefore, Nicki declared Cardi her enemy. But Cardi was different
so that's
than
how
Remy.
it started?
She actually had a chance to dethrone Nicki's spotlight, and maybe even compete with her sales numbers. Cardi had the same appeal as Nicki. She could rap, she had the charisma and humor.
What really started it was that people kept comparing the two, and then obviously that made each other irritated.
It's because they both from New York, and
yes, and people started telling Cardi stuff, so started coming at Nicki, and then, you know, basic rap beef.
Took shots at the rapper.
See?
London on the Track released a song titled No Flag, where Nicki is heard rapping, I heard these labels are trying to make another me. Everything you're getting, little hoe, is because of me. With how successful Nicki's career had been, it's not a stretch to think record labels viewed her as the blueprint to producing the next megastar in female rap. Plus, when you consider that UK rapper Lady Lesher stated that Atlantic Records offered her a €250,000 deal if she made a diss track about Minaj, you start to wonder if Atlantic Records, the same label that signed Cardi B, may have encouraged her to imitate and potentially engage in beef with Nicki, because Cardi seemingly responded to Nicki on stage.
You know this, she never f***ing liked me, and all of a sudden she wanna be friends with me, no bitch.
At the time, it wouldn't really make sense for Cardi B to be enemies with
Nicki
Minaj.
So wasn't that when they fought? Well,
she threw that shoe,
but they were so close to each other. What happened? What happened between that? Like, I don't keep all of it.
In fact,
it was Cardi, because Cardi just got into an argument recently with Sweetie at the Vanity Fair Awards. She can't stop talking.
Social media. The Barbs even teamed up with the Swifties to excessively stream Taylor's "Look What You Made Me Do" in an attempt to keep Taylor at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. But they ultimately failed as Bodak Yellow landed at the #1 spot, breaking a record that Nicki could never do. Cardi B the first female rapper with a #1 solo single since Lauryn Hill's Doo-Wop in 1998. Bodak Yellow stayed at #1 on the Hot 100 for 3 consecutive weeks. At this point, Nicki had never achieved a #1 song. Plus, she was 35 and her prime was seemingly behind her.
Which
Cardi's
is a crazy
commercial
thing to
impact
say.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Because it just
Nicki
kept...
wanted to establish a truce.
Yeah,
She congratulated Cardi on the massive achievement on Twitter, but that truce only lasted a few weeks because Nicki's jealousy would eat away at her. In October of 2017, the Migos released a single titled Motorsport.
And that's not him lying. He don't know everything, because it wasn't about jealousy. It's about them being liars and backstabbing.
Then I'm
Nick Lombardi.
To explain the reference, an NFL quarterback,
he said,
like
to explain
Patrick
for you dumb
Mahomes,
hoes.
is typically the
I'm
star
one of them.
the team.
Took away.
Vince Lombardi is one of the greatest NFL coaches of all time. He was an executive of the NFL, and the trophy that is given to the Super Bowl winner is called the Lombardi Trophy. Nicki's essentially saying here, if Cardi's the star of a team, then I'm a legend.
Made the fucking star.
I'm the damn trophy that you work your whole life to achieve. However, once Nicki found out that Cardi was going to be on the song, she changed the lyric to, if Quavo is the QB, then I'm Nick Lombardi, which doesn't really make sense, nor does it rhyme. Despite this, Cardi insisted that there was no beef between the two.
I just feel like it's really internet made up. Fans and people, they really want to see that happen because it's really entertaining to see people beef.
Watch your man.
But the beef would be confirmed to be true when the two got into a physical altercation a few months later. At Harper's Bazaar's Icons party during New York Fashion Week, videos of the two fighting quickly circulated online, with one even showing Cardi attempting to throw a shoe at Nicki. In one of the videos, Cardi can be heard making some damning threats. Cardi
they so
was
damn
later
short.
seen
I don't know what
exiting
the fuck
venue
going on
with
The
a
bump. One why? Because Raw Ali.
embarrassed about the whole
Goddamn bopping her ass.
Tonight, I was a part of something so mortifying and so humiliating.
Then Cardi responded with,
How you say that I was the wild animal, that I attacked you, that you was mortified, that you was humiliated, playing the victim, but now you're the gangster. You need to pick a side. Do you want to be the victim or do you want to be the gangster? You lie so much you can't even keep up with lies.
Cardi posted her reasoning behind the attack the following day. She accused Nicki of trying to blackball her, intimidate her, and worst of all, speaking ill of her child. Everyone took Cardi's side, since they understood that defending their children is important. However, Nicki vehemently denied that she ever spoke bad about Cardi's daughter. She also called out Cardi's hypocrisy by revealing old Instagram screenshots where Cardi repeatedly attacked a mother whose son died. She also referred to the deceased child as a monkey. Cardi also accused Nicki of trying to interrupt or ruin her financial
and calling black women roaches.
Money that would help her feed her family. So Nicki again called out Cardi's hypocrisy.
She said, broke people should never lie. On me. Now, you want to talk about stopping bags, but it's two innocent girls in a strip club right now that ain't did nothing but go to the strip club and get money. Now they can't get no money, so who's stopping bags? Because you got grown-ass fucking men showing up to where the they at and where they work at. They can't feed their
because your man was messing around with them strippers.
You mad at a woman for what a man is doing. And that's the problem with so many black women and women, period. Oh, because she's not black. Because she refers to you black women. Oh, we got the receipts for that too. FYI, she refers to black women as monkeys and
that's
roaches.
Roaches!
Cardi never responded.
That was where they came from.
She was done with the back and forth and made a declaration that Nicki did not want to accept.
Oh my God.
We could settle it however you want to settle it. We could talk about it or we could fight it out. I'm with whatever.
Regardless of who you think was right in this situation, it was evident that female rappers had no intentions on bowing
y'all
down
both
and
ain't even have to do all
declaring
that.
Nicki as the queen of rap. Her dominance over the culture was fading. Cardi was just the first of many emerging female artists that we see dominating hip-hop today. And it seemed like Nicki was slowly losing her mind, seemingly grasping at straws to keep the public on her side. But the more she got on social media to rant, the worse it got for her. On August 10th, 2018, Nicki released her fourth studio album, Queen, led by singles like Chun-Li and Barbie Dreams. The album received positive reviews from critics. Queen debuted at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 200 after selling 185,000 units first week. Now, this was Nicki's worst album performance, but number 2 is still considered a wildly successful debut. She just released at a competitive time. Travis Scott's Astroworld dropped the week before, which was the single most anticipated album of 2018. And he delivered as it was a great project. Astroworld remained at number 1 for a second week in a row with 205,000 sales. With the Cardi B beef still fresh, Cardi fans had even more ammo since her debut album reached number 1 just a few months earlier. On top of that, Cardi outsold Nicki. Nicki being number 2 was further proof to her detractors that she is not the dominant force she once was. So she started blaming everyone but herself for the album not reaching number 1. She tweeted, "Spotify put Drake's face on every playlist but told me they'd have to teach me a lesson for playing my music 10 minutes early on Queen Radio. Even though they've been giving away my music for free for years and I'm one of the top Spotify artists of all time." Nicki also blamed her label for not standing up for her because they feared Spotify would retaliate and not promote her friend and frequent collaborator Ariana Grande's album Sweetener that released around the same time. Spotify eventually addressed Nicki's claims, denying all allegations of mistreatment. Spotify supported Nicki Minaj with a Times Square billboard, a host of the largest playlists, New Music Friday, and the New Music Release Show. A representative for Spotify told Business Insider her song Bed actually saw an increase based on the promotions put behind the campaign. The company continues to be big fans of Nicki. After Spotify proved her wrong, Nicki could no longer blame them, so she shifted her anger towards Travis himself.
This was funny.
Blood, sweat, and tears in writing a dope album only for Travis Scott to have Kylie Jenner post a tour pass telling people to come see her and Stormi. I'm actually laughing. For context, Kylie Jenner promoted Travis Scott's online store to Instagram with the caption, "Me and Storm ready for tour," to which Nicki claims that Travis sold 50,000 album units because of Kylie's promotion. All purchases of his t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and keychains automatically came with a digital download of Astroworld, which counted as one album sale, even though the buyer is not required to actually download or listen to the album. This has been a common strategy for artists to exploit the Billboard charts for over a decade.
So she wasn't wrong.
What we not gonna do is have this auto-tune man coming up here selling sweaters.
Remember that video of Travis Scott when they said that somebody turned off his auto-tune? You didn't see that video of Travis Scott that somebody turned off his auto-tune while he was singing? He was like, he was riffing a whole noise, and then he turned off. He's like, I said, they said, oh hell nah, no, he can't sing.
Have you seen that video of him twerking?
Travis Scott?
Yes.
I don't know.
That's when he fell off the stage.
He said, yeah. No, it was another one. He said, yeah.
Was he just screaming?
Hold on, let me see. No, I think he was. He said, oh.
They in the comments they said being a celebrity and being a singer is two different things.
He sounded like he was in pain, and the thing is, he had to move the mic. He said, "Hold the fuck."
He said, "That's not me."
He said, "That shit was bitchy as fuck."
He was kind of dumping that shit though. I ain't gonna lie. Dump it. Hey, dump it.
Shirt was bouncy. He said, "Bow, bow, bow, bow."
You seen T-Pain do it? He did first.
Yeah, what the fuck is going on?
Behind the scene that want to talk about it and they're scared. You're a man. You got your homeboy talking for you, and you got your girlfriend posting tour passes saying you sold albums. Stop it.
Firstly, Nicki calling Travis Auto-Tune Man is a non-insult considering her love for the effect. Secondly, her being angry about bundle sales is ironic because she tried to do this exact same strategy. According to an article published by Rolling Stone, on her online store, Nicki had an array of merch and album bundles available. She also provided a concert package to her upcoming joint tour with rapper Future. Each time a fan purchased a concert package, they received free copies of her album, which substantially impacted the sales for Queen. Nicki also tried to boost her numbers after the album's official release by adding her previous release track Fifi to the album, which would count towards the album's total streaming numbers.
Is that the one with
but
6
none
Mile?
of it worked. Nicki had no one else
Is
to
that
blame. She had to just accept that people didn't
it's just
want
not
her
your
album,
time.
her merch,
And that's
or her
okay.
tour as much as they wanted Travis's or Cardi B's. As if 2018 couldn't get any crazier for Nicki, the public found out about her boyfriend's dark past, which changed her reputation.
They ate her.
Nicki began to
one thing about it,
post about her boyfriend Kenneth.
I said what I
after a few
said.
months of dating, with sources close to Minaj claiming that they were already considered getting married and having babies. But Nicki's fans weren't so supportive of Kenneth, as he is a convicted sex offender stemming back to the 90s. Kenneth initially pleaded not guilty to all charges. However, during a hearing on April 5th, 1995, Petty withdrew his not guilty plea and instead pleaded guilty to the charge of attempted rape. He was sentenced to 18 to 54 months in prison, but served nearly 4 years before his release in January of 1999. If Kenneth is considered a Tier 2 or Tier 3 sex offender, he must remain on the sex offender registry for at least 20 years, as well as report his current address to the Department of Justice every 6 months, which is why in July of 2022, Petty was sentenced in Los Angeles to probation and home detention for failing to register as a sex offender. Kenneth was also ordered to pay a $55,000 fine as a part of his sentence of 3 years probation and 1 year of home detention, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office. But it gets even worse. Since the public became so invested in Nicki's relationship, media outlets began reporting on the 26-year-old trial, which led to Petty's victim, Jennifer Hugh, having to relive this horrific time of her life. She even claimed that the associates of Minaj and Petty spent months in 2020 harassing her and offered her hundreds of thousands of dollars to basically say that the attempted rape never happened. Jennifer alleged that a man named Barry, who was close to her brother, reached out to offer his help. Barry got Jennifer on the phone with Minaj, to which she claims that Minaj tried to help her. She also quoted Nicki saying, "Listen, I just need you to know, woman to woman, this really happened." Jennifer was confused. Why would Nicki Minaj want to help her husband's victim? Well, if Jennifer were to say that the 1995 case was a lie, then Nicki's reputation to the public might be saved. Barry allegedly parked in a car outside her house. Jennifer said he offered her $20,000 in cash if she agreed to sign a letter he typed that stated she lied about her assault. Jennifer refused any and all offers of financial compensation to change her story. Jennifer became even more fearful when she received a call from her brother asking if she was okay. He told her that their cousin had called him again, and that this time he sounded terrified, telling them that they knew where she lived. Jennifer moved and changed her phone number as she feared for her safety. She did not know who was looking for her, but she did not want to take any chances. She ended up moving 3 times over the course of a couple years. She believes that she was being intimidated, stalked. Also, she could change her story and clear Petty's name to the public. But she stayed strong and refused to give in. She actually ended up suing the Pettys for $20 million for her claims she endured a relentless campaign of bribery, intimidation, harassment, and stalking. But then Petty accused Hugh of going out of her way to publicly shame him. Jennifer even went as far as releasing never-before-seen photos from 1994 with bruises on her neck and body after the assault. Jennifer said, "When I was 16, nobody believed me, and now it feels the same. It feels like I'm fighting for my character." Petty and Minaj's legal teams denied all accusations and are more than ready to defend themselves in court. Since Minaj hasn't directly responded to these allegations, it's impossible to say she is guilty of bribery and intimidation. Not responding is probably the smartest thing Nicki has ever done. But even if the truth comes out that she never intimidated this woman, fans still wonder why out of all people Nicki chose to be with, she landed on Kenneth Petty. After all, this wasn't his only crime. Petty was also responsible for the shooting death of Lamont Robinson in 2002. The original charge was murder in the second degree, but following
Let me just say this. She's from the hood. She is from the hood. Nicki's from the hood, the singer from the hood. I know plenty of bitches who marry criminals. Now, being a sex offender, that's different. But, like, killing people, robbing people, gang activity.
They'd be okay with that.
Yeah, because they was like, it's just part of the gang situation.
Yeah, it's a
part I get all that. But now,
the
sex offender part?
Attempted rape? How could you even feel?
I say your man, your brother, your father.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel... Ugh, that shit following
Now,
around.
if y'all want to do some more research, there was some tea about, like, in the court cases that he wasn't showing about how it could possibly not be true and how people who knew her said that she was lying.
That's the
but
thing.
That could also be because they paid him to say that. We don't know.
Right,
but there's so much that he's not talking about. Honestly, in my opinion, I wouldn't put him past him.
You said
he already been to jail 30 times.
Right.
Now, me, when this came out, I was like, he probably didn't do it, but you never know these days.
So you say it's one of those.
It's one of those things. Situations. I don't know this man.
Yeah, and I don't know her. I don't know what's going on.
Right.
I don't keep up with all this, so I don't know.
When she was doing her little interviews, she kept having them, and then there was like some of these details aren't adding up to what you just said. So we don't. I mean.
Yeah, we just don't know.
If the court says you're guilty, you're guilty, because that's what the court said.
10 years in
you're
federal
going to jail.
prison for. TV host Jesse Palmer aired a segment on Daily Mail TV regarding Nicki's relationship where he said that Nicki's fans were, quote, worried because this isn't the first time Nicki Minaj has defended a sex offender. He then clarified that Nicki had allegedly been supporting her brother while he was behind bars. Nicki proceeded to have an outburst on Instagram, saying, "You just lied on me on national television and now you're being sued. You better be able to back up what you just said about me with facts." She followed up with another tweet saying that the reporter was going to jail for repeating extremely public information. Nicki would have 100% lost this lawsuit since it was public knowledge that Nicki was supporting her brother during his trial. Because if you don't know, Nicki's husband isn't the only one guilty of sex crimes. Her brother Jelani Mirage was sentenced to 25 years to life in prison for predatory sexual assault against a child. Authorities arrested
his
own daughter after he was accused of repeatedly R-wording his stepdaughter, beginning when she was just 11 years old.
Nigga under the jail.
Jelani was an employee for Nicki at the time. While in custody, he suffered from an unknown medical condition that required him to be arranged at Nassau University Medical Center. According to the New York Post, Nicki Minaj paid her brother's $100,000 bail, using 2 of her houses in Baldwin, Long Island as collateral. According to a source close to Nicki, she was prepared to do anything for her brother. Nicki was willing to give up any asset to ensure she had enough money to protect her brother. A grand jury in New York's Nassau County indicted Jelani Mirage on felony sexual assault against a child in April of 2016. He was also indicted on 2 felony counts of sexual conduct against a child and endangering the welfare of a child. He pled not guilty to
same child
charges,
or different children?
asserting
Same
his
child.
innocence and denying the charges brought against him.
If it's different
Since
children,
he
that's
pled
crazy.
not
Yeah,
guilty,
then it's like, come
Jelani
on
seeked to
now.
have the prosecution prove the case against him beyond a reasonable doubt during a trial in October of 2017. Although Nicki never commented publicly on the charges against Jelani, his attorney, David Schwartz, told media outlets that Nicki may attend part of her brother's trial and supports him 100%. In November of 2017, Nassau County Court found Jelani Mirage guilty of predatory sexual assault. You might as well just add rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine to the Nicki Minaj sex crime triangle, as her first #1 song came from their collaboration, Trolls. In October of 2015, Daniel Hernandez pled guilty to a felony count of abuse of a child in a sexual performance.
was an
he was
underage
charged
girl.
with 3 counts of the offense after a February 2015
I think she was like
incident
15,
in which
16.
he had physical contact with a 13-year-old girl.
13?
She was 13. Did videos of the incident online as a part of a music video. In the video, the child engages in oral sexual intercourse with the separately charged defendant, Taquan Anderson, while the defendant, Daniel Hernandez, stands behind the child making a thrusting motion with his pelvis and smacking her on the buttocks. The child is nude in the video. In an interview with DJ Academic...
What video was this? A music video? How old was he doing this?
He was a grown-ass man.
He was a grown-ass man doing this to a 13-year-old.
I feel like if you're any age, if you're 15 doing it to a 13-year-old, it's still
wrong.
I don't give a fuck. 13 and 15 are two completely different things. I'm pretty sure he was at least like 20, 19. How old was this nigga?
But a 13-year-old? And you making a video and all that shit, like, this shit cool? Like, what the fuck is going on?
So not surprising. That's really the sad part. Because it's like, how many of y'all homeboys, how many of y'all friends that you know are talking to underage girls?
Dirty ass bitch, nasty ass bitch.
And y'all not holding them accountable.
Oh, all y'all deserve jail. I don't care. Throw away the key on top
sick.
of it.
Like, you can't find a girl your age.
Dirty ass bitch.
He was 18 at the time.
13. Like, bitch,
that's
how can you even find a 13-year-old attractive? Like,
because they're pedophiles. And they like to prey on girls who can't defend themselves mentally or physically. That's why.
Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't even like a nigga that's 1 year younger than me.
Literally,
so it's like, how the fuck can you
I barely can date a man the same age as me.
Like, what? Oh, that just got me tight.
So with that being said, string Fifi. Not just
I
said she wants me.
He said with that being said,
first collaboration. Most artists in the industry avoided working.
And she
with
just smiling and just
somebody ushered this nigga into a clinic.
Like,
people,
what the fuck,
particularly
nigga?
Nicki Minaj fans, look at her involvement with sexual predators as strictly coincidental. Her brother could have lived a double life. She probably
I feel like
genuinely
yes and no, because there's plenty of men, Trey Songz, Drake, Usher. I mean, not Usher. I'm sorry, Usher. He just got herpes.
He said what?
P. Diddy.
You said he just got her little herpes.
There's plenty of rappers who have dealt with underage girls who have sexually assaulted women that we know for a fact, and also that hasn't came out yet. Mm-hmm. So I do think it's a coincidence.
But was this knowledge public?
I don't think she's seeking out men who are sexual offenders.
But was it public before she made music with him?
No, this was after.
Oh, okay.
No.
There's no way she...
Pause.
Huh?
The incident happened in 2015. Mm-hmm. Wait, yeah, it happened around the same... But it came up around the same time they were making music.
Making the music, so she didn't know.
But the incident happened in 2015. Now, this whole brother situation, bitch, you're going to jail.
Yeah, because you're
going to fucking jail.
A long time ago.
I would like to think that she would not marry a man who actually, like, I don't know how he could prove himself innocent. Like, I don't know how he could.
I'm just like, ugh. Like,
it's disgusting. Like, ugh.
Like, bitch.
But there's plenty of people who have done things to all kinds of women who people idolize to this day. And y'all are sick.
Was a good, innocent man and was just as shocked as we were when the charges were made. They probably think she financially supported him because she is a good sister. Her husband's case was in 1995 before she ever knew him, and he was 16 years old. Maybe Nicki believes he is a
15.
changed man, and their love is so strong she is willing to forgive him. Or maybe she genuinely believes he was falsely accused and vilified his whole life. And 6ix9ine could be chalked up as purely business. 6ix9ine is a rapper, and let's be honest, most rappers aren't exactly the most morally righteous people, but she still has this massive gray cloud of questionable associations that makes it really hard for fans to defend her, especially when she keeps engaging in wars with other female rappers. In addition to Remy and Cardi,
he didn't even mention at all in that video that Nicki wasn't the one fighting Cardi B. It was Raw.
Notice that Minaj did this to herself. Nicki and Atlanta-based rapper Lotto got into some beef after Minaj exposed screenshots of their private conversation. It all started when Minaj was mad at the Grammys for nominating her song Super Freaky Girl in the pop category, while Lotto's hit song Big Energy was nominated in the rap category.
Super Freaky Girl.
Okay. Like,
where I only rapped on the song.
Right.
Was removed out of rap.
Tyler Creator said the same thing. A lot of artists say the same thing, so she's not tripping about this.
Pop.
Now, Nicki does have a solid point here.
But be mad at the Grammys, not
for these songs
Lotto or anybody else.
And people have suspected that the Grammys have been corrupt for a long time. Lotto responded with a subtweet saying, "Damn, I can't win for losing. All these awards, nominations, I can't even celebrate." According to Lotto, she attempted to reach out to Nicki and privately address the situation, but Nicki went to Twitter instead. "This Karen has probably mentioned my name in over 100 interviews. She said she waited in line for Pink Friday with her Barbie chain on, bangs, pink hair, but today, Scratch Off decides to be silent
Scratch
rather
Off is
than
so
speak
funny.
up for the black woman she called her biggest inspiration." The two then continued their back and forth on Twitter. Lotto said, "Super freaky grandma is married and related to effing rapists. You ain't gonna bully me, bitch. My idol turned rival, now you hating." As you can see, anytime Nicki gets into a beef, the main attack is her association with her brother and husband.
Yeah,
Nicki
what else can you
responded
say?
by
You can't say you
pointing
better
out
than her.
Lotto's hypocrisy. Didn't care about rap when she was begging for features.
True.
Didn't care about Kodak's past.
True.
Didn't care about the accusations made about Dr. Luke, who produced Big Energy. Newsflash, Scratch Off. I've never raped anyone. I've inspired millions. You're one of them, bozo. To be clear, Lotto never accused Nicki of R-wording anyone. She said married and related. The public took Lotto's side and looked at Nicki as a bitter old bully mad at the young.
Speaking of, I just need to point this out because this is information I just figured out maybe 4 days ago. That's Lotto's sister. She's 21 years old. Do you want to know who she was just with recently?
Who?
Drake.
Drake?
Yeah. Drake cannot keep his hands off of little girls. And this is the man that y'all be idolizing. Drake is the same man who bought that child on stage and was kissing on her and touching on her body and saying all these sexually charged things. The videos are on YouTube if y'all want to go look at it.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Drake? I don't even keep up with Drake. I don't keep up with Drake, so I don't really give a shit.
Thank God Millie Bobby Brown got married. Because
wasn't he trying to be too friendly with her?
If you want to talk to me about boys, let me know and all that shit.
You're weird.
Beef with Lotto is
You're
minor
weird
compared to how she
There's another one
herself
Nicki's related
trying
to,
attack
Drake.
Megan Thee Stallion. Megan was the one female rapper that Nicki didn't immediately make enemies with. After connecting on Instagram Live, the two collaborated on Megan's single Popular Summer in 2019, which became a huge hit. They even shot a music video together and seemed to be on friendly terms for the short years that followed. But in 2021, Minaj followed Megan on Instagram, sparking rumors that their friendship was heading south. On an episode of her Queen radio show the following year, Minaj recalled an encounter between them that shifted the status of their friendship. Nicki said, "Imagine telling someone you didn't want to drink because you were, at the time, possibly pregnant, because you were actively trying to have a baby." In typical Nicki fashion, she doesn't mention anyone's name, but fans suspected it was about Megan. A fan tweeted at Megan, "Nicki Minaj is accusing you of encouraging abortion and child endangerment with alcohol. This isn't something to stay quiet on." And Megan said, "Lie." Months later, Minaj took subtle digs at Meg on the track Red Ruby to Sleaze, rapping 700 on them horses when we fixing to leave, but I don't fuck with horses since Christopher Reeves. If you don't know, Stallion is a horse. Megan ignored her shots for years until her 2024 song Hiss, which is an all-encompassing diss track where she takes shots at multiple people in the industry, including Minaj by way of her husband's status as a registered sex offender. Megan raps, "These hoes don't be mad at Megan, these hoes mad at Megan's Law." Megan's Law is the name for a federal law in the United States requiring law enforcement authorities to make information available to the public regarding registered sex offenders.
She ate Nicki Minaj up with that.
Sent Nicki
just that one line, though.
The worst meltdowns we've seen on
said,
social media by a celebrity.
Don't care. I dare you. I fucking dare you, bitch.
And I was actually on live at this time. I watched the whole thing.
Bullet fragment foot, bitch.
Girl, you're literally in your basement in a bunker screaming.
I said padded walls.
Bullet fragment, bitch.
Tweaking off
the
the
bullet fragment.
coke or whatever fragment.
She said, write that down. Nah, your damn.
Get up on your good foot. Bitch, I said get up on your good foot, not your bad foot.
And
fuck was that? A diss or a piss? Said it was hiss, I said piss. That my fans called it piss.
Nicki is maniacally mocking the incident where Megan was shot in the foot by Tory Lanez. She then goes on to refer to her husband's rape as 30-year-old T.
Y'all mad because y'all don't have somebody that loves you and stand 10 toes down behind you. So you bringing up 30-year-old T from when this man was a 15-year-old child. You
But
bringing up 30-year-old T because no man
yes,
ever and will ever.
Said, I don't know.
lying on your dead mother, on your dead mama, on your dead, you know, lied on a dead mama, lied on a dead mama, lied on a dead mama.
Mouth, I said.
So is this not giving that she's on something?
But here's the thing. I don't think she is. She's always been. She's probably still on. She's probably been on that shit for so long
that she's a little.
She might still be on it. She might have been on it the whole time.
She on something.
But she's always been genuinely crazy.
Nicki, age
She's
41, repeatedly mocks Megan's mother, who
he said age 41,
while claiming that this is her alter ego, Roman, speaking.
Every one of y'all, bloggers, YouTubers, all of y'all. Let me tell y'all something.
You thought that's it?
My pen don't catch.
I said, Nicki, please, no!
He just disappeared. She
just fucking disintegrate.
She didn't drag Megan. She embarrassed herself. This is literally the same feeling as when you have to sit next to a crackhead on a bus. This is what narcissistic rage looks like. Nicki then took to Twitter to continue expressing her rage. Megan's Law. For a free beat, you could hit Megan raw. Minaj also did what she does best and bragged about her success, listing several accolades while comparing them to
she said,
careers.
horrible actor,
She
Ken
even accused
Crown.
Megan of winning fraudulent awards, seemingly referring to her 3 Grammys, of which Minaj
I do
has
think
none,
that's crazy,
and
by the way.
repeatedly described her as a flop who uses ghostwriters.
Not because I don't like Megan.
In the midst
I do
of
think
the
that's crazy.
outburst, TMZ reported that several barbs leaked the location of the burial site of Megan's mother on social media.
Like, what the
As
fuck
a
be
result,
wrong with
Cemetery
y'all?
notified local authorities and
Straight
increased the
jacket.
number of security personnel at their facility.
Like, literally, what
She
the fuck
spent
be wrong
days
with y'all?
berating Megan on social media,
She said,
during which she
"Serpent."
repeatedly mentioned her mother. Nicki also liked hundreds of tweets from fans talking negatively about Megan, many of which
Like,
mocked
Nicki
her
Minaj,
for
you
the shooting.
kinda
Nicki ultimately
crashing out.
released a
Like,
diss
you-
track
she was
for herself,
crashing out for
where
like
she
3 days
taunts Megan
straight.
over her deceased mother, her appearance, and her sexual history, including her relationship with ex-boyfriend Partisan Fontaine.
crashed out.
In the last 2
I
minutes
can't
of this
respect
song
it.
is a creepy monologue that sounds like a mental breakdown.
Ho. Things that you lied about. Even pertaining to your mom. Pertaining to your mom. I was listening to it in a car with Edgar.
Megan laughing herself to sleep with this. The producers really saw her having a manic episode and hit record. Nicki, girl, they only asked you to stop covering up predators.
Not much
Megan
else.
has yet to respond to Nicki's diss track.
still just
she seems
living
to be
life. She said,
unbothered while
"Bitch."
she continues to promote Hiss. Hiss was met with widespread critical acclaim and
Love
debuted
that
at
for
number
her.
1 on
And
the
then my
Billboard
baby Jack
Hot
Harlow
100,
at the bottom.
making
He
it her
said,
third
"That
number
Jack
one
Harlow."
single as an artist. Due to the negative attention placed on Nicki following her heated rivalry with Megan, fans began digging into her past and found a
Look at it. Look what they
questionable
doing.
old
That's
song.
all
The
they do.
2009
They
Lil
go back.
Twist
They go
track,
back.
Old Enough,
Like, how do
featuring
y'all
Nicki
have the
Minaj,
time?
was released when Lil Twist was 16 years old. Nicki raps, "You might
Old
can
enough.
get it, you might can hit it, but I gotta run.
Is it-
I know you young, but you know I like that young money.
Is it-
See, little boy,
What?
I can be your little
it-
teacher.
Uh-uh.
And if
Is
you
it-
ball, then meet me
is it-
behind the bleachers.
Okay,
you
well,
gotta come hard trying
okay,
to reach her. Cause if we hit it, I might charge you for the feature." While someone can argue that it's just music, a creative outlet
think
to
that's a
innocently
weird-
roleplay
That's a
various
very weird
situations,
something
it's just
to
another
say.
bullet point on the
a
long
very
list
weird
of
That's another
Nicki's
bullet from
associations
it.
with sex crimes.
In
And
your
again, there is no debating that Nicki Minaj fundamentally changed the landscape for female rappers forever. She
Yeah.
is a hip-hop legend, but all of this has put a damaging stain on her reputation, and I'm not really sure how she can get back in the good graces of fans.
I still feel like people
There
are still
is
on
no-
her dick. So
Yeah, he didn't.
It's
I
like
need these.
fine, but it's not like I don't know.
Nicki Minaj is fine.
Yeah, like she's.
And I only say that because he released this a day ago. But even after literally
Let me see
a
what the
day
people are
after
saying.
the whole Hiss and Bigfoot thing, everything was already back to normal. Because everyone knows that Nicki Minaj has always been. Nothing has changed. I don't think anything is different.
Because what? I don't know. It have to be creepy. Ever since she started dating at 6 for her career has been the same.
Yeah, she lost her mind.
The person who said this.
That shit was funny.
To a cracker and all of us. Yes, it's very, very eerie. And true, Nicki knew
Now that
each
part
other
is true.
as
I knew about that.
teens. They lived. In
They
the
knew
same-
each other, but she never dated him or spoke to him.
Yeah, there were shambles in the comments. I would do anything to cover pedo allegations. It's wild.
Literally.
Old T. The mental gymnastics, lost narcissism, incredible. Line cannot be assumed to be about Nicki. This is the best example of.
All right, that's
delusion.
delusion. That's
I said,
delusion.
bitch, shut up.
Yeah, you just.
I
said downvote.
I said. Barb's gonna hate this one, Pat. That's what I said. I said he better have those facts because them, you know how them Barbs get.
Yeah. The only thing I would say is this was the essay. He did the essay.
Mm-hmm. I would say
he did have tea, but he was leaving out some teas.
Yeah, some tea he probably just didn't know about. It's too black for him.
That's what I said. Like, if you're gonna spill it all.
You don't know,
because the Barbs know everything.
Yes, and they're gonna correct you on certain things, or they're just gonna defend. That's what they're gonna do.
Yeah, but y'all need to stop. Like that nigga's a sex offender.
Yeah,
if he's registered, it is what it is.
Yeah, and it's just so crazy because I be thinking about how, and I know at a moment in life. We didn't know about any celebrities' personal lives, what they had going on, their business, none of that shit.
All we knew was
now
rumors.
We know too
All we
much.
knew was rumors. There were interviews and people would be like, I'm a victim of Diddy. And they'd be like, this lady, she just saying that because she was a video vixen. And everyone was saying also, like, how they, like, there's literally a website for, like, old video vixens and women who mess around with rappers and celebrities, and they rate their sex, they rate their penis, they talk about the date they went on, like, all this stuff. Like, this is before Drake's nudes came out. All there's like Drake got a big penis. They were saying all this stuff. They were talking about how the girls who had been with R. Kelly, he did pee on them, like, about all these kinks of all these rappers and stuff, and they were talking about the ages they were when they met these people. So all this stuff was just, we couldn't prove it.
Right.
We could not prove it. But now with Instagram, Facebook, and all this stuff,
they get into that tea.
They
digging up that tea. They get into that tea. It's so crazy. Yeah, like I said, it's like I knew at one point I didn't know any of this information about all these people, and I didn't quite care because I was a kid and I didn't give a fuck. Even as an adult, I still don't give a fuck about all this information. Like, it's useless. I don't need it. Like, it's like, how do people have the time to really even get into all this and know all this information about people? I don't fucking know.
All you have to do is scroll.
Like,
and it's just everything. Because I know too much.
But some people literally, like, will, like, how people went back to a whole Twisted. I don't even remember Twista, whatever his name.
Didn't even know nothing about that.
Like, I forgot all about this nigga. So for you
this
to
is
even
my first time hearing about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, you have to, some people just have all day to just do shit like this, and it's like,
how do you keep a 9 to 5?
Like, how do you have the time
and be a lawyer?
But sometimes it's in good faith, and sometimes it's good because some people can be terrible, and then you bring back something, and you're like, oh wait, they're not.
Ooh, nothing makes me more happy than when someone digs up something about a man who I don't care for, even if I did care for them, and they just bring up that tea and bury their ass because they're terrible people. Oh,
yeah, when you know they're
nothing
terrible,
makes me happy,
and it's validated.
And it's just like, I knew something was wrong with this man. I've been saying this shit for years, and I'm just like, I don't know, he's a terrible person. Period.
I just really just don't be giving a fuck. Like, I'm like, okay, like, I be getting the information. I be like, well, you know,
what do we do with it now?
I say, well, shit, everybody's terrible at this point. Shit, like, let's move on. Yeah. But you know, I mean, this was pretty cool. I'm not cool, but like, I said it's pretty great. I said like, comment, subscribe. No, I mean, this didn't really. I didn't think it was gonna be what he was making this video about. I thought it was gonna be like her music career or something like that.
Well, that's a part of it. That's why she wasn't getting sales.
But like, it's not like she fell off with how she rapped. Like, she still can rap.
And that's the thing too. He's like the sad decay of a rap legend. It's like, no.
I thought you came out.
It broke records.
Like, she still can rap.
Everyone's listening to her music.
Her personal life
doing perfectly fine. I mean, she's perfectly fine. I'm like, that's what I'm saying. She hasn't fell off.
It's just like her personal life, I guess, is kind of unraveling a little. But that's her personal life. They ain't got nothing to do. I like to separate people. I don't give a fuck about your personal life. If you're making that music, is it bops?
I said, what can I do?
I said,
what can I say?
No, I'm not in your personal life. I don't know you, so I don't really give a fuck too much. But
yeah.
If it's stuff, but if it is stuff like this, then yeah, I feel like these people should be condemned.
Yeah,
for doing bad things.
Condemned to
hell. I said sent to hell, jail, and
that
everything
video
in between.
Of that Haitian pastor who's like, if you go to heaven and I'm not there, you have gone to hell. I would say, as a former Barb,
you said,
and a lover of music, I be knowing all the tea. There's a few things you left out. But also, you can go find information for yourself.
Yeah, if you're one of those people.
Yeah, it be like, you know,
they want to know about all this extra shit. But yeah, the music. Yeah, I just want to hear the music. And to be honest, like, I haven't been like a huge fan of Nicki Minaj since I was probably a kid. Teenager era. That's what I was really a fan of. not really a fan. Can I say? Yeah, I mean, she was kind of like the only like female rapper. Like, she was only the female rapper.
And there were other.
There was other, but there wasn't like Nicki Minaj. So
yeah, she was a superstar.
I don't know. I think maybe she was.
Superstar.
I was a fan of hers back then, but now, no, it's just not anymore.
Now Megan Thee Stallion, she has lied about a lot of things that he did not mention. Y'all can go find information for yourself as well. I'm not taking sides. I'm just saying, if you're gonna spill tea, then spill all the tea.
It's about her.
It is about her.
So he didn't make a video about her and her lies and shit, but
that's not the point.
He said the point is if you're gonna put all the tea in there, put the tea.
Put all the tea so that we can have our own.
He said, "Baby, this is not going to be a 2-hour long video."
I said, "Make it a part 3." I said, "Make it a part 3."
He said, "Talk about it." And that's what we're gonna do.
But yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, when it start getting messy like that, when it start getting messy about people, other people lying and this person lying, I tap out mentally because I don't know who the fuck lying and I don't care no more.
But that new tea about that little twist song, that's new to me. I didn't know about that. That's weird.
Yeah, that is weird. Why
that's
would you
weird.
Make that? But you know how they'd be like, it was a different time.
And I understand that.
What time was it? All right, well, I said, what can you do? What can you say? I mean, yeah. Well, I hope you like this video of us reacting to some Nicki Minaj downfall shit. And what do you think? Do you think she fell off?
Do y'all think she fell off? And in what way? Like musically?
Yeah, musically. It can't be musically. Like, I don't think musically. Yeah. But if you think musically,
then... bumping Fuck the Club Up right now.
Yeah, y'all know y'all bumping Fuck the Club Up and Everybody and shit. So I don't know about musically, but if you think maybe like mentally or fucking personally or some shit.
I don't even think that's up for debate.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because that last video of her like in her
bunker,
fragment,
going bullet, bitch,
yeah, she was kind of going a little nuts down there. I didn't see that video. I didn't see that video at all. So I was like, Nicki Minaj, come on now.
He said, that's not you. This isn't you.
I said, go talk to that lady, please.
Yeah, you got enough money.
I said, please. All right. That was it, y'all. Thank you guys for watching. I will talk to you guys later.
And she watch anime. She got the whole package. When I'm with her, we be making magic. While I'm going berserk in the guts, I'm fighting demons night to night. I'm feeling like guts. These niggas before the not really about it. These niggas a bust. Getting the money is never an option. This shit is a must.